tonight. So I don't want y'all to feel like I just be using y'all to keep me awake when I'm sleeping. But for the times that I am using y'all to keep me awake when I'm sleeping, I appreciate it, man. Y'all some lifesavers. Real life lifesavers, man. You know, I never take that for granted because I done been on the other side of that getting drowsy while you driving situation. And while I'm talking about it, man, let me thank God for bringing me through that. But we gonna get into some stuff tonight. Politics. I gotta come back to the politics. We gonna talk a little bit about God and the religious stuff, man. Because I got to give the glory to God for the things that's going on. Like I tell y'all, I be going through stuff, man, and I be praying about it. And a lot of times I get that instant blessing. Tonight, one of the times I feel like I got that instant blessing, so I must share it with you. Let's see what else. Just something I seen. And oh yeah, I told y'all Jay-Z was next, right? Them allegations that hit Jay-Z. Them getting them young girls in the bed allegations that he do. So, you know, we must discuss it all. I know it's late, and a lot of y'all gonna have to catch this on the replay. It's all good. But let's get into the guy part first. So, I gotta go to court in the morning, and like 8:30 what time court start. I start work at 8 o'clock at night. And sometimes I'll be here 14 hours. If you can do math, you understand it. That means it's a possibility that I don't get back to base camp to 10 o'clock in the morning, with court starting at 8:30. That's what time I'm supposed to be there. So what I was hoping for today when I came to work was everything just goes smooth. Everything just goes smooth. Like, give me one trailer so I can hurry up and hook up to it. Get on down to Mississippi. If I had to go to Harrison or El Dorado, let me get hooked back up fast so I can get on down there. And like I say, everything just goes smooth so I can make it back to Little Rock before 8 o'clock and make it to court in North Little Rock by 8:30. Well, sometimes when you want something real bad, the devil be right there like, let me throw a monkey wrench off in this. Good morning. So I got to work on time. When I got to work, the first thing that happened was I realized that I did have two trailers I needed to go hook up. One of my trailers was ready, one of them wasn't even ready. So that put me behind. Because the first trailer that I need to hook up and put a dolly in front of is the one that's not ready. So I can't even start getting ready. I gotta get some gas, I gotta fuel up, so it's gonna take a few minutes. So I waited a little minute and I'm about to go get this fuel so I can get something done while I'm waiting on this trailer to get loaded. Right as I'm ready to pull out, this bitch called me like, hey, they're gonna have your trailer ready in a minute. I'm like, bet, I'm gonna go fuel up, you know what I'm saying, and handle my business. Yeah, I'm driving right now. So, I'm feeling like, you know, let me go ahead and be responsible and get things moving. Because I'm already, you know what I'm saying, a little bit late, just a little bit. I'm trying to run through this part of the show real fast so y'all don't get bored. So I go fuel up and everything, and I go find my second trailer, the one I need to put the stuff in front of. And I'm like, hey, so now I'm like, let me go find my first trailer. I had to ride around for a minute and look for this first trailer. Finally, find the first trailer. And I'm like, okay, let me go check on my second trailer. I check on the second trailer, and it's ready, so I hook up, and I pull it out, and I realize that I don't have no marker lights on the side of my trailer. So I jump out, and I'm wiggling the pigtail trying to get that right. Nothing. So I take it to the shop. I go up in the shop. Ain't nobody in the shop. So I call Line Haul, and I'm like, hey, man, I ain't got no marker lights on the side of my truck, but I'm in front of the shop, and ain't nobody in here. So he's like, give me a second, I'm calling right back. He called me right back, he's like, hey, just drop that trailer right there in front of the shop. I got you another one because I don't want you waiting. I know you got to get on the road. So just drop that trailer and go pick up this other trailer. So I go pick up the other trailer. When I pick that trailer up, no marker lights on the side of that trailer. And I'm like, damn, you know what? Maybe it ain't the trailer, maybe it's the truck. So I called the big boss. I tell him, man, look, my truck, what's going on with the marker lights, all that? He like, okay, get this truck. So I'm looking for this truck, and one of the other big, like the junior boss, is in the parking lot. He like, man, I just looked at all the trucks. I don't remember seeing that one. So I go all around the parking lot, and I'm like, damn, I'm on foot, so it's taking a minute. I'm about ready to give up and call the big boss, tell him, hey, man, this truck ain't out here. Somebody must have already took it. And I'm look up, and the truck right there in front of my face. So I get in the truck, and I hook everything up. I go grab the new trailer he told me to get. I grab my dolly, put that in front of that truck, go get my other trailer, bag that up to the dolly, push the dolly up under the other trailer, hook everything up, and now I'm ready to go. But I know y'all don't realize how truck driving goes. By the time I did all that, 2 hours then went by. I got 7 viewers and 1 light. Let me get them lights, y'all. That way my algorithm will kick in. I got thousands and thousands of followers. People want to hear this, they need to hear this. So by the time this happened, 2 hours then went by. I done lost 2 hours on my day. And if you know anything about truck driving, you know every minute count. I'm on time schedule, everything is being timed. So I can't fool the clock. I can't fool the clock. I can't lie to it, none of that. And the whole thing is, I needed the night to go perfect so I could get back in time to go to court. So now it's like 10:30 when I hit the highway, instead of 8 o'clock on the dot. And I just told you that I could end up having a night where I get back at 10 o'clock. That's my 14-hour mark, because I started at 8. Well, with me hitting the highway at 10:30, that could literally push me over my get home time and make it to where I don't get back till noon or later. The judge is not going to want to hear that, because they're going to be like, well, why you didn't call us and tell us you wasn't coming to court? And all I'm going to be able to tell them is the truth. Look here, bro. I thought I was going to be able to squeeze it in with my job, go make my money, get off work, and make it to court on time. Like, in a perfect world, which I know the world ain't perfect, I would have been able to handle my responsibilities and handle my business. You know? So at this time, I done hit the highway, and I called my mama. I tell my mama, hey, I need you to pray for me. Knowing I'd already been praying for myself, but I'm like, I call my mama, because I know 2 prayers is better than 1. So I called my mama. I told mama, look, I'm having a bad night. I need you to pray for me. I told her what the situation was, everything I just told y'all. And I told her, look, the only way to remedy this situation is if I get to Mississippi, and instead of sending me to El Dorado or Harrison, they tell me turn around and head right back to Little Rock. I said, if they send me back to Little Rock, then I would be able to get back in time, drop the truck off, do all that, even come home, get me a little bit of sleep, get up, get ready for court. So I told her that's what I needed her to pray about. And that, you know, I'm going to pray for myself and continue to pray. And do you know that I got to all the way up to Mississippi? And no matter what the devil did, no matter what stumbling block the devil put in the way, my Lord and Savior got the final say so. And when I called them folks, and I told them, hey, you got something for me or a route for me? She was like, where you going? I said, well, I'm either going to be going to Harrison, El Dorado, or Little Rock. I hope it's Little Rock. And she said, oh, yeah, you going to Little Rock. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Just like I say, God got the final say so. And I done started learning to believe in it wholeheartedly that the situation ain't mine to deal with in the first place. All I'm getting is the mission. God determined what the mission is. I go out and handle my business and try my best. And while I'm in the middle of handling my business and trying my best, I continue to pray to God and ask him to help me and be with me. And then I give him the glory and let y'all know when I come out victorious. I go tell everybody, like, look what God did. Because next time I'm in a situation, I want them same results. I want God to show up and show out so I can go tell y'all, hey, look what God did. Now, on the second part of me talking about God, and I'm just reiterating what I said on the Gospel Podcast earlier. A couple weeks ago, I was on Facebook, and I seen where Glorilla homegirl gloss up. And you know, I don't pay no attention to these female rappers. I really try my best not to because I don't approve of it, and it make me feel like I'm getting old because I don't approve of the bullshit because they already talk about it was between their legs and fucking something and robbing something and you know what I'm saying? It's nothing that if I had a little girl, I got two nieces, I don't want them looking up to them type of females. I don't feel like there's really nothing they can teach me. Well, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover. Let me tell y'all how it happened. I was reading a post and they was talking about Glosser saying that she felt sorry for Glorilla because she got to take care of her mama and daddy. And she was like, I'm glad I got my money, but I ain't taking care of my mama and daddy. They life is they fuck up. They should have been in their own position to take care of me. They didn't take care of me. Well, I look like taking care of them. She was like, hell no, my main focus is gonna be my kids. And right when I heard her say that, the first thought I had, this is how I know I'm growing up. When they say this is how you know maturity. Maturity is realized as soon as she said that, you finna start losing your blessings. And I felt that wholeheartedly because I'm like, don't get so big that you think you can brag about how your mom and daddy wasn't shitting, how they ain't do nothing for you, and brag about how you not gonna look out for them. Now that you have been blessed and put in a position to do just that. You feel me? It's like, and I take that to heart because I realize that my blessings have been so abundant since I took it upon myself to start taking care of my mama. Like, that's what grew me up. That's what got me out the streets and out of a lot of the childish ways I used to have because I stopped thinking about me and being selfish. And I was like, you know what? And I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna just take care of my mama. It was a situation where, and it seemed like it was simultaneous. I got in a position where I could do it, and all of a sudden my mom was like, hey, I need you. And at first I was like, man, she was like, look, I'm gonna let you get on your feet and do this and that, and handle your business, but I need you. I need you to pay this mortgage. I need you to do this here. And after a little while, not a long while, but after a little while, I was like, all right, I'm ready. And it just never ended. A little bit more got put on the plate. A little bit more got put on the plate. And the thing is, like the Bible and the pastor and the old folks have told you, God don't put more on you than you can handle. I can't complain about paying all these bills and this stuff because I've been blessed to be in a position where I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to be in a position where I can do it. And I honestly feel like if I would have been like Gloss Up, I would have lost that blessing. I wouldn't been making the type of money I'm making right now. I probably would have died in that damn wreck. Like, hey, this is God telling me to do with that money I was giving you. Bye. Ain't no use for you right here. You ain't doing what I asked you to do, what I need you to do. Your mama's a sweet woman. She done did her time. And now I need you to be a blessing to her, and you ain't doing it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the devil deal with you for a while till you decide you're gonna get your mind right. So back to the Lost of Glorilla part. As soon as I read that she said that she not gonna take care of her mom and daddy, my first thought was you could start losing your blessing. And about a week later, I just happened to see another something on Facebook where it was saying that she had did over 100 songs or 300 songs or something like that, and QC wasn't putting her music out. They were saying that her songs and they all sounded like her, you know what I'm saying? So that was their excuse for not putting none of her music out. Well, first thing I thought when I read that was, won't he do it? I told you it was gonna happen. I knew it. Won't he do it? So imagine my surprise when yesterday I'm back on the Book of Faces and I see something talking about Gloss Up, and I'm like, man, let me go and read this since I've been caught up in the store now. I'm invested. And what I seen was Gloss Up has been dropped from QC. She is now an independent artist. And I said, won't he do it? I told you he'll do it. You're not honoring your mother. You're not going by what God told you, and you don't realize that this is God blessing you. God blessed you with a record deal, but instead of taking care of your mama, you buy a chain, and another chain, and a bracelet, and a watch, and a house, and a car, and all this shit. And you had all this time, but it was on your mind, and you was speaking that shit to us. This you was telling the world that you're not gonna honor God's word by honoring your father and your mother and taking care of your father and your mother. Because at the end of the day, maybe they didn't have their stuff together and treat you the way you felt like you need to be treated or whatever. But apparently they raised you. Apparently they raised you. You got to be a grown woman. Only because God chose to make you and give you life. And you don't honor that. God never said that you have to have the perfect parents. Only that you have to respect them. You have to honor them, you have to love them. Now, I can see if they went out their way to make sure you had a bad life. Some people had those type of parents. But if your parents was out here on drugs or alcohol or whatever it was, then you got to realize that your mama ain't the drugs she do. Your daddy ain't the alcohol he drink. Their situations can be messed up real bad. But that's your mama and daddy. If anything, try to get them clean. Try to get them some help. And if they are already clean, if they already got some help, then you need to get back to the honoring our mother and father part. Forgive them of their trespasses the way you want people to forgive you of your mistakes. All of that. Right, you probably didn't understand it then, but right now you probably apologizing to God if you know what I'm saying, got anybody in your life like me that's gonna tell you, hey, When you said that in the interview, you was tripping. God heard that. You thought you sounded cool. You thought you was saying some slick shit. No. Like, man, you got look at the world we live in, man. God show us signs every day. And I ain't gonna dwell on it too long. I'm gonna get off of that and get to the politics and the Jay-Z stuff. But, you know what I'm saying? God show us signs every day, man. We running out of time. Even if it ain't the end of the world, the end of your life is gonna come. The end of your mother and father life is gonna come. Be in good standards, man. Get right with them. Now, on to the politics, to my MAGA people. All the politicians and Republicans and Democrats and everybody I was talking to while we were leading up to the election. Did I tell one lie? Alright, let me get my face in here so y'all see who. Did I tell one lie? Just one. When I was saying, man, Donald Trump really behind this Project 2025. Donald Trump is trying to take your rights. Donald Trump don't understand how the government works. Donald Trump don't understand how tariffs work. Donald Trump is trying to make friends with the dictators. Dude trying to look, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to pull the wool over your ass. A lot of y'all don't realize y'all in the coat. Y'all think this man really care about y'all. He just want the vote. Thing is, he talk, look, the man ain't smart. The man ain't smart. He done told y'all several times, you can go back and find it where he said, I don't care about you, I just want your vote. You can go back, like black people, y'all can go back and see how much racist shit dude did before, during, after, whenever. Church people, you can go back and see when dude was disrespecting his wife, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting little girls, disrespecting all women. Women, you can go back and see how he was already fighting to take your rights away, how he didn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Disabled people, you can go back and see how he didn't give a damn about you. He was disrespecting you. Military, he was doing y'all the same way. And some type of way, a lot of y'all was either blind, deaf, or just had so much hatred and racism in your own heart that you got behind this dude, and now you're starting to realize that this man did not care one iota about you, and now he's putting forth a cabinet full of billionaires, and it's all about the money. He's promised these billionaires, these were the people he was keeping it real with. These were the people he was telling the truth to. I've told y'all on political videos, I've told y'all on celebrity videos about this billionaire boys club. I broke it down and I tried to make y'all understand it. When you're talking about a billionaire, there's nothing really a millionaire can do for a billionaire. That's why they have a billionaire boys club, because billionaires have to help billionaires. If a billionaire go and make a bad deal or go into debt, he can't call his millionaire buddy and tell him, hey man, let me have everything you worth times 20 to help me get out this hole. That's like you being a thousander, and when your rent need paying, you go holler at a crackhead or a dope fiend and tell them, or a little kid 5 years old, tell, hey man, let me borrow this money for my rent, man, I got you back when I get back on my feet. Man, that dope fiend, that crackhead, that 10-year-old can't help you pay your mortgage, can't help you pay your debts. So why you think a billionaire can get some help from a millionaire? No, it's a billionaire's boys club. When you get to that billionaire status, you got to link up and follow the rules of the other billionaires, because if something happens, that's who you gonna go to. When your business is in trouble, that's who you gonna go to. Let me give you a perfect example. When George Bush Oil Company went belly up, went bankrupt, he had to go holler at his billionaire friends. You know who the billionaire friends was? The Bin Ladens. Come on now, this is public knowledge. You can go see this stuff for yourself. Look it up and read it. The man got in trouble with his oil and had to call the Bin Ladens to bail him out. But y'all believe in 9/11 and, oh man, Osama Bin Laden was, man, come on now. Dude, brother was over there having meetings with Bush daddy on 9/10. All this stuff is public knowledge. It's in, look it up for yourself. Back to it. Like I told y'all, man, you can go on YouTube right now and see where everything and all these people that voted for Trump is now regretting it. All of them, the unions, the evangelists, the women, the men, black folks, other races. Everybody is already seeing, before this man has even been sworn back in the office, that he lied to us, that he used us, that we was nothing more than a vote. We're going to have to start NMM, and I don't want to say what it is right now because I might get a trademark. It's that much of a good idea, and people are going to rally behind it because they have to. They have no choice no more. One thing I can say is, what don't kill us make us stronger, man. We are America. And a dude like Donald Trump can try to break us for his benefit, but this is America. And the way I see it, you could end racism and join everybody in this country together on one accord to get you away from us, to get you up out of here. You could look around and America is stronger than ever because we came together to get you up out of here. I know he don't see that coming. I know the world don't see it coming. But it's quite possible. Just being real, it is quite possible. I'm going to run something by y'all. Because a lot of these billionaires and these big name companies like Bloomberg and them, they was in on it. They was lying to you. They wasn't lying to me because I knew it was a lie. I was stressing the truth. I was on here telling y'all, like, look, man, they lying. America has the strongest economy in the world. I Googled that shit online live. So you can see, I'm not making this up. I'm not just saying something to pull the wool over your eyes or influence how you gonna vote. What they call it is fact check. So I'll fact check myself when I say that type of stuff. Now, let me tell you what Bloomberg was doing the whole time. In 2022, Bloomberg was putting out information saying that we was headed for a depression. We was headed for a recession. Our stocks was gonna crash. Our gas prices was gonna shoot up. All this stuff. And then, nothing. None of it happened. No recession, no depression, no gas prices up to $6, $7. So what do you think they started reporting on then? Do you think they started reporting the facts that our economy was going strong and that all the incentives and things that Joe Biden was doing was working? It was getting everything turned back around? You know what I'm saying? Did they report that not a month went by since Joe Biden been in office that we wasn't adding new jobs to the country? 16 million at the end of 4 years, over 16 million jobs. New jobs, not just replacement jobs for people who was out of work during COVID and then they got their job back. We talking about brand new jobs that didn't exist before he came in the office. 16 million plus. That's more than any administration in the past 50 years. You think Bloomberg was gonna tell y'all about that? Hell no. They was gonna keep on saying shit like this because after they reported on the fake recession and the fake depression, they came back in their headlines. You can read these headlines. Headlines said something to the effect of depression still possible, still hanging over our heads, still looming, that type of stuff. Which gave Donald Trump the room to say that, oh, well, the economy's going to fail, we're going to tank, it's going to be a problem. But the thing is, it's 2 years later, and we still ain't had this problem yet. We still ain't had this problem yet. And y'all can keep saying, well, groceries that went up and this that went up, and I'm telling y'all now, man, look here. You also make money, more money than you did back then. Anybody working the same job that they were working 2-3 years ago, we ain't gonna say anybody, but we're gonna say about 92% is making more money now than they was 2-3 years ago. That's to offset the prices that went up. But this is the thing about it. I know a lot of y'all don't understand the way tariffs work. Let's just say you slap a tariff on Japan or China. That's a bigger country. We buy more stuff from them. Say we slap a tariff on Japan. On China. China ain't paying that tariff. China goes, when you order from Temu or you order from DA's Gate, they ordering whatever they order, car parts, whatever. China get their money off the rip. They get their money first. The parts come over here and they get shipped over here to the parent company or to the consumer. That's who pays the tariffs. It's a tariff on imports, meaning when it get over here, now it has to be paid. That company has to pay. If the company is over here, who you think own it? Who you think work for? Who you think neighborhood is in? Okay then. So who you think paying that money? Not China. They already paid what they were gonna pay right out the rip. And then you get over here and you got to pay. That's why things be so much more expensive. And I'm telling you, when you got a man like that, what you got to do is, you got to stay focused. You got to realize that while you spending all that money and everybody losing money, he ain't going to lose a dime. He going to rob the country blind one more game. Let me say that politically correct. He going to rob us blind again, man. Again, man. Some type of way all these people that voted for him forget all the bad stuff he did when he was offered. How could you not forget? How could you forget? Name the good. Because I seem to remember a man that embarrassed his wife, cheated on his wife while she was pregnant, told little girls he was going to be dating him in a few years, not 10 years, but a few years. Told the world just grab about her, you know what, nepotism, foolish. Never learned the laws of the land, never learned the duties of his job or his office, never upheld the oath of his office, don't know the Constitution. It's so many more things, you know what I'm saying, the racism and all isms. Like, you can't sit back and act like this is not all a part of man. Where there is smoke, there is fire. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh man, well that smoke 20 years old. Where there is smoke, there is fire. You think dude ain't in it for the long game? Why you think he only paid $700 in taxes in like 20 years? It's the long game. He don't have no love for America or Americans. That's why he marries foreigners. He's trying to put all the foreigners in the cabinet. And why he's stealing y'all money? Or should I say our money? Sit back playing golf and get paid to do it because he get paid to stay at his own house. You telling me this man said, well, I'm going to donate my salary, $400,000 a year, to help America. You donating your salary, but you making 10 times your salary every weekend. 10 times what you make a year, you make it every weekend to go stay at your own house. You charge a Secret Service. Why not donate that? Why not tell Secret Service, hey, I'm gonna let y'all stay at Mar-a-Lago for free since you're only here to protect my life. I'm gonna let y'all stay around me for free since you're here to protect me. No! Why would he do that when he got taxpayers that's gonna pay above market value price for Secret Service to go stay at his hotels, his home, every weekend? Because every weekend he is leaving the Oval Office to go play golf. I'm just speaking my mind, man, and speaking these facts. I'm not speaking on emotion, I'm not making none of this up. I'm not lying on this man. Now, I spoke my piece on that. We can go talk about Chickle, Jay-Z, Sean Carter. Another billionaire that think he can do what he want to do. Let me tell y'all, man, these allegations are laying down with these underage girls. The victims say she was 13 when she was invited to a Diddy party, made it to the Diddy party, received a drink, got woozy, went and found a room to lay down in. Shortly after that, the diddler and the chiseler showed up in the room. Say the diddler asked her was she ready to party, and the chiseler started removing all her clothes, top, bottom, in between. The girl said the diddler and a female accomplice sat on the side of the bed and watched as the chiseler ran up in her in the worst way. Switch. The chiseler and the female sat and watched as the diddler ran up in her the wrong way, the worst way, the adult way. You got a lot of dummies the same way people ran up behind Donald Trump. Well, he ain't racist, and he ain't doing this, and he ain't trying to take our rights away, and now they like, damn, he fooled us. You got a lot of people that's gonna run up behind Jay-Z, but let me point something out real quick. A lot of something, matter of fact. First, and this ain't even first, but this is just what I'm gonna say first. First, about 2 hours, maybe less, I think it was less, after this statement and these charges was hitting home, Jay-Z already had this statement prepared. He put this thing out real quick, and now he's educated. What's the thing? Artificial intelligence speech came out, and it was kind of a little threat. If you from the hood, you caught the threat too. When he was like, man, I'm from the hood, bro. We don't play like that. We, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's a threat. My thing is, bro, you might be from the hood, you might be from Brooklyn, but you a jizzler, bro. Like, we not gonna act like you not known for messing with these underage teenage girls, bro. You not known for getting prosecuted for it. But I remember your wife being a child when you met her. I remember them folks asking you all the time, you know what I'm saying, what was up with you and this little girl? And you was like, man, we just friends, we ain't doing nothing, it ain't nothing. We just friends, but you wouldn't leave her alone. You started taking on cruise ships and all this while she was underage, and then as soon as that girl turned of age, y'all like, well, we've been friends so long, we gonna try a relationship. That when she was 18. Before her, during her, it was Tia Marie, Rihanna. They were both underage. You know what I'm saying? They were both underage. The rumors go that Tia Marie was signed to she was the princess of Rockefeller, the first lady of Rockefeller. But your wife was like, get rid of that bitch. I don't want that bitch around. And next thing you know, and Tia Marie can really sing. I seen the video. She can't really, get no dome or nothing, but she can really sing. She has some pipes. When she talk, it don't sound like your wife sound, because your wife sound like this when she talking. And sometimes when she be singing, she be sounding like this too. She be holding notes, but she be sounding like this. That ain't Tia Marie sound like that. Thing about it was, they say that your wife was like, hey, get rid of her. And you got rid of her and replaced her with Rihanna. Even music execs say that your wife and your wife came to him because you was on that girl so tough, trying to build a career, that she came over and like, hey, she ain't the one. She is not the one. That girl right there, she the one. That girl right there was Riri. What your wife didn't know was you was gonna turn Riri into Becky with the good hair in a matter of minutes. And she must have forgot that you like him like that, young, tender. So when she pointed at her and his mom saying you was his daddy, even before he was ever born, his mom was saying you was the father. Imagine the world's surprise when that boy was born and he looked just like you. Like, how did she guess that the baby was gonna come out looking like a camel? No disrespect to Joe Camel, but I know y'all be seeing dudes at the family reunion smoking on a pistol of cigarette, leaning up on something. Because you got camels in your family. I'm just saying, bro. Foxy Brown admitted when she was in school that you was messing with her in school and you was giving her STDs. Like, we can't find it in no contract. I don't know how to get a contract and all that other stuff and say how dirty you is. But I can show the world how dirty you is. I can tell the world shit and they see it, they can't deny it. And they have to say, well, you know what? Maybe Phil tell the truth. Because that's real. I remember that. I'm going to run it down. I'm going to lay it down for y'all. Tell me y'all remember this. Y'all remember Dame Dash and Jay-Z falling out about Aaliyah, right? Everybody know they fell out about Aaliyah, right? That was Dame Dash's sweetheart, and Jay-Z was supposed to be in love with her, stalking her, pressing up on her, all this shit. And you can see that. You can go see parties where she came with Dame Dash, and Jay-Z was standing out to the side, and then you later on see Aaliyah looking like she had a few drinks, and Jay-Z all over her, predator ass dude. You can see that. Them pictures still on the internet. He ain't got them wiped clean yet. He said that was his girl, he was in love with her too. But let me tell you something, bro. And I always ask this question when I bring this up. How in the world are you in love with this girl? Beautiful. Know y'all had sex. And every dude don't pillow talk. But when you love a woman and she been through something and y'all having sex and laying up in the bed, you might ask her, hey, baby, are you okay? How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? I know you were taken advantage of by this dude named Robert Sylvester. Are you okay? Like, I know y'all had to have some type of conversation. Even if you didn't. Even if by chance you didn't. Never have a conversation with her about Robert Sylvester. Or none of the stuff that Sylvester the Molester did to her. You knew about it. The world knew about it. We all knew about it. It was a thing about Robert Sylvester Kelly and Aaliyah. About him marrying her underage and using her little body. That I used to be in love with when I was a kid. You know, we were around the same age. She was a little older, but we were around the same age. We were both illegal at the same time. My thing is, this girl that you had all this love for lost her life tragically in a helicopter crash. Now, whether she was trying to fly back to see you or your partner Dane Dash, I don't know. I'm not totally 100% sure. I think it was you. I think that you had enough money, power, and influence. I also heard, we all have, or if we haven't, you can go look it up, you can Google this shit, that when Aaliyah got on that airplane or that helicopter, she didn't want to. And she had been drugged and was drugged on the damn helicopter unconscious. Died on that helicopter when it went down. That kind of make it seem like a setup. We're going to move past all the setup talk that I can't prove. But this is something I can prove. When I was telling y'all I can prove this. I can prove that about 6 to 8 months after Aaliyah was dead and buried, you was dropping an album with Sylvester the Molester. How you gonna explain that away when people start asking questions about it? When somebody really get in your face with a microphone, or they be like, hey, Sean Carter, didn't you feel some type of way about going to record an album, a whole album with Sylvester the Molester? R. Kelly? Knowing that the girl that you was so in love with had just died, and you run and go do an album with the predator that messed up. Now, I don't want y'all to feel like he just did a whole album with this dude and he did 2. Yeah, it was 2 albums and a tour. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. And try to look this up. I done tried several times, but I ain't found it again. There was an interview where DMX, rest in peace to a real, was being asked about Jay-Z or Puff Daddy or something. No, Jay-Z or R. Kelly, I don't know. But the thing about it was, he was saying that he was supposed to be on that album, but he walked in the studio and seen Jay-Z, P. Diddy, and 2 girls look like they had to be around 14 years old. He said it was 2 chairs in the studio, but everybody had a place to sit. He was not with that pedophile shit. So he turned around and left about that studio, and he wasn't working with nan one of them motherfuckers. I seen that interview, and about 2 weeks later, DMX was dead. DMX was dead after that. I'm not saying nobody in the Camel family had that man took out the game. I'm just saying 2 weeks after he exposed that, and him being the first one to ever just come out in public and say something about Jay-Z, somebody with a credible voice that people would actually listen to. Even though I promise you, if they wouldn't have killed him, they'd have painted that man as being the biggest crackhead in the world, and he was so high on crack when he got to the studio that he don't remember what he seen, and he don't know what he was looking at, his eyes were crossed and everything. But you gotta realize, DMX is the same dude who was going platinum after platinum after platinum after platinum until Jay-Z got a hold of his career. I'm just saying. Now you gotta keep your eyes on these folks. We can't let this shit get swept up under the rug, because Jay-Z is, I'm not gonna say he's a dummy, he's very intelligent. I'm not gonna say he broke, he's very well off. Intelligent, well off people feel like they can right to disrespect people who aren't of their caliber. You ain't well off. You ain't the man, you ain't that dude, you ain't standing next to. It's like I I heard something else today that made a lot of sense to me. And I'm gonna try my best to repeat it. I know it ain't gonna be verbatim, but hopefully y'all get the message. People who have a certain amount of privilege people who are used to having that privilege often feel oppressed when they are treated equally, or when they are made to treat people equally, or when they see people they think are beneath them being treated equally. They feel like it's taken away from them because they supposed to be better than you. And I tell y'all the same thing about racism all the time. I'm like, man, you have to realize that these folks can come and tell us we are descendants of kings and queens and all this stuff all they want to, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Some of us is descendants from the peasants. They've been son and daughter of the king and queen, nephew, grandson, none of that. Ain't no neighbors, you know what I'm saying? The king don't have next door neighbors. You can't walk outside and shake hands with the dude over the fence and like, hey, what's up, neighbor? No. So with that being said, when you look at these white folks around in America, if any one of them was to tell their child or their grandchild that, hey, we are the descendants of king and queen, might not be the king and queen of England, but guess what? King and queen of motherfucking Arkansas, California, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Florida. Yeah. All them white folks had slaves. All of them used the niggas to wash their clothes and to feed their kids and to build their homes, cook their food. You know what I'm saying? All them folks could kill you. They could end your existence. They could cut your head off of other body parts, hang you from a tree, set you on fire. Like dudes say on Django, seeing that this here my nigga, you don't mind me doing whatever I see with my nigga. It's your nigga. Nigga, these folks had niggas. So when they go back and they tell their kids or their grandkids, hey, there was a time where we didn't have to go out there and cut their grass or chop that tree down or build that house or dig that ditch or work that field or run that bad water or cook that meal or braid that hair or none of that shit. All we had to do is wake up and be white. It's the facts. That shit is true. Not saying it was right, but saying it was the facts. It was true. It was never supposed to happen, but it did. So when they get to telling their kids that this is where we come from, it's the truth. When people get to telling us this is where we come from, it ain't always the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it like that. But, hell, I'm telling you the truth. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't have no reason to lie. It's not going to get me nothing. The truth should set you free. I'm trying to get us all free, man. I'm like Martin Luther King here. I might not get there with you. I don't have the blueprint. But it is what I want. Not just for black people. I'm a Haitian, man. I feel like we should all be free. Yeah, we should have some rules and regulations. But as men and women, we should have our freedoms. Black, white, Chinese, yeah, Puerto Rican, everybody. I just understand that not only is the world not perfect, but we do have a certain type of person in the world that just ain't gonna never do right. I ain't gonna put no race, creed, or color on it. I think we all pretty much know. But I'm just saying, we got a certain group of people in this world ain't never gonna do right by other people. If you ain't, they not like us. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't like them, they ain't got nothing for you. And Donald Trump is one of them type of people. And right now, the common person in America is starting to figure it out that dude is trying to take over, man. He's trying to take over. He ain't trying to run America. He's trying to take over America. Dude the type of dude that'll try to rename America Trump Town or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like I said, I ain't got no reason to lie to you, man. They ain't gonna benefit me at all. But this is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna get ready to end this video and finish making my way on back down the Little Rock. I'm about surprised that shit, my eyes getting red, I am getting tired. I might just stay on here. I got this Red Bull. Got a little water. I might talk out a little bit more on behalf of the whole world, especially America. Other than that, yeah, of course, no more I would say wish me luck, man, but we got guys we don't need to look. Other than that, man, look, man, y'all, the long road instead of the wrong road, things the long way instead of the wrong way. If you got some prayers coming up that you could send up to the Lord, remember my little brother Dedrick Cox. I need to holler at his auntie tomorrow or today and see if I can figure out how his parole hearing went the other day. Right. Bring my little bro, man, bring him home. Find somebody to help. Tell somebody you love them. You know I love y'all, and I appreciate you. We out.